don't overcomplicate your skincare routine. In today's Style File, we're helping you take the guesswork out of things with a simple nightly formula for a beautiful, hydrated glow. Studio 5 style and beauty contributor Megan Moore is here to explain. Good to see you, friend.
Likewise.
You're diving into a term that's getting a lot of buzz, a lot of attention lately. It's called skin cycling.
Yes, essentially it's putting your routines on a specific schedule, right? We do this with our kids, we do this with our lives. We're gonna do it with our skincare routine because often we overcomplicate things. I am guilty of this because I love to buy products, right? So I'm guilty of putting too many things on and then I'm not really sure what's working and what's not because I can't really pick and choose what was working and what wasn't, right? So this is gonna simplify it for us.
Dr. Whitney Bowe made this popular. She's a well-known dermatologist. And the idea being you just use one product a day then?
Yeah, so the idea is that you always start with a clean slate, right? So you're gonna do your cleanse every night no matter what, and then you're gonna work through 4 days of a schedule where you're just focusing on one specific product each night.
Okay.
That way you know that that product gets fully absorbed. We're not accidentally kind of making things work against each other if we're doing too many different products. I was noticing personally that I was going for so many buzzwords like, it's gonna resurface, it's gonna brighten, it's gonna hydrate. Like I'm going for all the buzzwords, but then I was actually using too many products that were doing the same thing and I was causing irritation. So I was like laying there in bed, I'm like, my face feels really tight. Like I just did too much, right? But it's hard to rein yourself back in, but this gives us a pattern to follow which makes it easier.
But cleansing every night.
Yep, absolutely.
Walk us through it then. Night one, after the cleanse, what am I doing?
So the first night is going to be focused on your exfoliation, okay? Now we're gonna go to more of a liquid, a chemical exfoliation. Once we're past probably age 30, moving past like the gritty particles, you wanna be in the chemical exfoliation. It's gonna be better for mature skin. So you're gonna look for something that has either alpha hydroxy acid or beta hydroxy or both.
Okay.
This one that I love right here is by Paula's Choice and it's a beta hydroxy liquid. And you're gonna put it on with a cotton swab. I love these reusable ones, which kind of cracks down on your, you know, yeah, these are by Last Object and they're reusable. So you just rinse them out and they are thick. They never break down. So we're not wasting product, which is great.
How long do they last?
A long time. Like,
wow.
I mean, they don't stay, they actually have a black version so you can't see when they get kind of grimy. The white ones you can see a little bit more, but yeah, I can share those on my Instagram. They're really great. So anyway, so you want to just use some sort of chemical exfoliant on day one, and then you can follow up with just a basic moisturizer if you need it, but no extra glowy, anything that's gonna be additional exfoliation in your moisturizer. So really just focus on that.
All right, night two?
Night two is when you're gonna go into your retinol products. So we know that retinol is gonna be our best for anti-aging. It's also gonna be our best for anti-acne. But again, a lot of products have some sort of retinol or retinoid in them. So we don't wanna be layering lots of those on top of each other.
I found that too with my eye cream. It had a retinol in it. Not that I'm putting my prescription retinol by my eyes anyway, but you start to wonder, am I overdoing it?
Right, you have to be careful with layering it for sure. So if you have a prescription, great, use that on night two. Or this one is by Differin, which is the strongest over-the-counter option you can get without a prescription. So this is gonna be like your Retin A, your retinol, this is gonna be on. So this is the only thing you're gonna use on night two. Now the night before, we've prepped our skin, we've exfoliated it so it's open. Now the night two, this has more of a fighting chance because we did the work the night before.
I see you.
Makes sense, right?
All right, step three, night three.
So night three and night four are all about recovery and rest, right? So these are both active on the first 2 days. So we're gonna give our face a little bit of a break-see on 3 and 4. And this is where I was kind of falling short and doing too much. So we're gonna go for something that is a barrier repair. Do you know what your skin barrier is?
No.
It's like the clear kind of coating on the outside of the skin that protects it from the environment, from UV, from blue rays. So it's kind of that oily kind of sheen that goes on the outside. If we're stripping that off all the time, we're exposing our skin to, and it's super dry. That's when it feels tight and cracky because we've taken it away, that kind of oil barrier that we actually need.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a barrier repair. This one is one of my favorite by Skin Fix. It's their barrier repair cream. I love these, these little things where you push it and it comes out like that, and it's the perfect amount.
Okay,
so you do one squeeze and then swipe that off and it's perfect,
Does it suck up the very last drop from the bottom?
Yes, it does. It's like, it's an air, it doesn't have any air in it, right? It's an airless tank, so it's gonna get it all the way up. And this has got lipids in it. Lipids are fats, right? So they're oils to replenish that barrier that we've kind of taken away on nights 1 and 2.
I am like enamored by that packaging.
Isn't
All right.
that cool?
Night
Perfect.
4, give it to us.
So then I like to just focus again, we're recover, hydrate. This is all about hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So this is just a very basic hyaluronic acid. This one's by The Ordinary. There's lots out there, but this one's so affordable and so great. So hyaluronic acid is a really unique molecule that actually takes moisture from the air and draws it in and plumps it up. So it's gonna, again, we're gonna clean the skin and then we're gonna finish up with just this beautiful hyaluronic acid that's gonna plump up the skin day 4.
And you mentioned we could be moisturizing along the way because my skin's gonna need that.
Yep.
And you just repeat the cycle then?
You repeat the cycle. So you've got 4 days and then you start over. Really simple, really easy, but it just makes it so everything works the most effective, and we're focusing on giving our skin a break, which I think a lot of us probably need to do a little bit more.
Do you find that a lot of times when we like wash our hair, for example, or use hair products, our hair gets used to that product? Like I was told to switch up my shampoo every few months just for a different experience.
Yep, it's great to do that here too.
Does that apply with skin?
Yeah, and another thing we do in hair is that makes sense to me is like if you're using purple shampoo, but you use it every single time you wash, you're gonna overuse that purple and it's gonna start to look muddy, right? Or if I give you a protein treatment for your hair and I'm like, you need more protein, but if you do it too often, it actually makes the hair more brittle.
It's kind of the Olaplex effect, which I had too much protein too often.
Right, and so it's the same thing. We cycle in our hair care and it makes more sense because I think we you know, your stylist will say, don't do this every time, you know. But when you're reading the instructions on skincare, sometimes you're like, I don't know, I'm just gonna do it all the time, right?
I'm gonna slap this on every night and hope something's happening.
Exactly, but it makes sense that we would need to space out the really active ingredients and give ourselves a break and kind of recycle. That totally makes sense now that it's like clear as mud, right? We know, like this is what we need to do.
Yes.
But we just needed somebody to tell us to do it.
Thank you, Dr. Whitney Bowe. How many cycles until we start to see results do you find?
Whitney said you can start to see cycles as quick as 8 days. So that's only 2 cycles through, but the more consistent you use it, the better it's gonna be. And I'm going to do this. I'm promise right now, I'm gonna do this for the next 6 weeks and I'm gonna track it. So if you guys wanna join me and really see if it makes a difference, I'm gonna be documenting it on Instagram because I really want to like go in for it.
She's committed, people. Committed. This is TV. If you make a pledge, you have to follow through.
That is correct.
Where can we find you on Instagram, Nick?
Come find me at Beauty Snoop or on my blog. I'll have all of these linked for you, thebeautysnoop.com.
And you're offering a cool online course as well.
I am. I have my first online course happening right now. It's called Color Theory 101. So it's kind of breaking down finding your skin tone, the perfect foundation, lipstick colors, all of the color questions that I get all the time are right there on my blog, and you can just do it on your own time.
How nice, on the Beauty Snoop.
Yep, thebeautysnoop.com.
All right, this was fascinating, and I still can't believe the standing up pump lotion. Thank you so much.